So good evening and welcome back. The culmination of the Women's Pro Event Series 5, the final between Megan Proctor and Harriet Haynes. Both have played the best pool over the weekend so far. Who will lift the trophy? Megan wins the lag, gets the first frame underway. Played really well in her semi-final. She had a little bit of nerves, but she got across the line in the end. She's been in a final before and just came up short. So another chance to lift the trophy. Bit of a tricky layout to open things up. Yellow's a little bit sticky. Joining me on comms is Simon Webb. Good evening.
Yeah, evening, Nick. It's been a fascinating couple of semi-finals. In fact, the whole tournament's been really interesting the way it's played out. Some of the big names have fallen by the wayside. We still have one of the big stars in Harriet Haynes out there. A messy opening frame, and this could be quite significant in this final. I just feel, for Megan, really important to get off to that good start. I saw a brilliant start from her in the semi-finals and then had to hang on.
Yeah, I think if she can get, some momentum, then it's going to be a question of whether she can hold her nerve. This first title for her means so much, and if she can get across the line, you feel that it's the start of the floodgates may open and she'll win a series of trophies. But it's just about that first one, so difficult.
I don't think either player will be thrilled by their semi-final performance, but semi-finals and finals are for winning. It doesn't really matter, but I don't think either player can take too much away from the fact that they're not absolutely flying on their first match out in this arena table. So it's difficult to sort of split the two of them based on the match we have seen.
Yeah, if you take away the rest of the match and just think about the first 5 frames that Megan played, if she can recreate that, she's going to have a great chance. But that's the question, and also whether Harriet lets her, because Harriet does like to bully a game. Very attacking player.
Might have gone just too far. I think needed to be on the right hand of the two reds there, to be on that into the centre, and then could have gone.
Yeah, I think the top one does pass the bottom left, so she can reroute, come back around and get on that.
Yeah, if that does go bottom left, then yeah, you're absolutely right. They're all there again, aren't they?
She's perfect on it now if she wants to.
I was going to say it might be better to be the other angle on it, the other side of it, just so that you can deal with the one in the centre without having to move it or move the yellows.
Yeah. And also she's on these two at the top of the table, so why not take them now?
It's not quite the angle we were talking about, but I wonder if both reds go to the bottom left corner, in which case she doesn't need to move the other red.
Maybe
it will.
Yeah, looking at the overhead, I think you're right.
Just pinch the pocket to make sure she was hitting that one thick enough to not move the other red.
She's got options here. She could stun across and take it to the middle still. She has the angle.
Yeah, just like that. And that's a good angle into the middle, just off straight to stun behind the 8-ball. For me, the one thing she was missing in the semi-finals was fluency. It was a very bits and pieces match, and this has been a very fluent first chance for Harriet. This is exactly what she was looking for.
Yeah, nice clearance. Gets the first frame on.
Good break from Harriet as well.
Yeah, still 0-0. Only just recently started.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that as we go through.
Yeah, big game for both of those. Both will be desperate to lift the trophy. One of the deepest runs that Daniel Bishop's had. Jaden Billiards has been knocking on the door, but
big future for the young man, though.
Yeah, what an achievement already by him. Him and Charlie Earnshaw, you just see them at the business end of the tournament time and time again. Two very young players.
What a layout this is for Harriet to go 2-2 and really start with, sorry, 2 frames from 2 and really start with some fluent pool. May not have been the original route, but I like this. 3 stop shots now, essentially straight in, straight in, straight in, and the 8 ball waiting. Nice little pattern.
Very quick player, isn't she? Doesn't take any time at all.
And that's what was missing in the semi-final. She was playing a reserved, controlled game, but almost stifling her fluency, and it was a very bits and pieces performance. Now that she's into the final, it looks like she's been released. 2 straight visits to the table, cleans up 2-0 lead, and well, it's a race to 8 here, but making a very quick start. Beautiful break.
Yeah, very consistent with that break. Not the most amount of power. There are definitely players who break bigger than her, but she times it really nice. And look how she just parks the cue ball in the middle of the table, still spinning now.
She gets a lot of side on her breaks, but she squares up the front ball.
Yeah,
it's a very repeatable break. I mean, you must just be catching it the tracer side, so allowing her to do that. But I don't think it's intentional, but it works. So don't change it.
Opening punch, perfect position. She's away in this frame. It's just going to be about the transition from the ball she's pointing at now towards the middle to get up to the top of the table. These 3 kind of take care of themselves naturally from one to the next. She probably just needs to just drop this in and come pretty much on the line of it. It's nice to have a big angle here, just to be able to kind of quarter ball it in the cue ball naturally floats up. I mean, the red is a bit of a problem. The red in the just to the right of what would be a blue spot on a snooker table. It's like a bit of a football here. It's on a line that she would like to take up the table. Yeah, and as a result, she just come a little straighter, and she may just try and top this through.
Got to be a good shot though. She's got to get right the way to the top of the table here.
Yeah.
Well, I say that she's looking to see is there a gap if she just drops this in dead weight. Might leave too much angle would be my worry. No, it does try and go up there. I'm not sure she had the angle for that. Trying to create an angle that wasn't quite there.
Yeah, if she was going to play that shot, she would better leave in a bigger angle on the one to middle.
So Harriet in complete control of this frame, but poor safety. Megan has a second opportunity.
Indeed. She can just float this in. Cue ball should take care of itself. It looks like it's going to track towards the yellow, cannon into the yellow, and she pretty much can't fail to be on something. Just float it. Nice. Very good.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, moves the yellow onto the cushion, but it's not a problem really. Drop this in. Just leave a couple of turns of angle and float the cue ball down for the 8 ball.
Doesn't want to be too close to the cushion. Yeah, could have done with that one just bouncing off it. It just leaves this missable. Especially over this distance. Pull it straight. Nice. A little test of cueing. Especially just playing it from under the cushion. Solid break and a very open table. Reds all look like they're there in first glimpse. I say reds because it's the opening on yellows that would be the issue.
I think I like reds anyway.
Yeah, me too.
I'm actually surprised she's not going left centre first. It just looks quite guarded by the yellow and perfect on it. How, if the yellow wasn't there, it'd be a perfect ball for the 8-ball, but the yellow is there. Not the best of shots from Harriet, so she's just going to turn the table over. That really was a good opportunity for a break finish. And got away from her quickly.
Safety though, not left anything. And the way the table's open, there's nowhere safe.
Could have gone better for Megan, that one. Trying to tie up the red. I don't know if she was trying to pot it or try and tie it up with the other red on the cushion, which would have been better than potting it. Gives Harriet another chance. It's marginally harder for me, this one, than the original chance that she had, but it's still one that is pretty inviting. Just the left centre area of the table needs a bit of attention, but not too bad. If you can land on the one nearest the pocket, you're okay. Just stunned to the gap here. There's enough room. That is perfect.
Yeah, nicely judged. Just about getting on the 8 now, and I think that's why she's taking her time. She's just thinking about the order she wants to take them in, so really only goes to the middles. So it's
I'm surprised she was tempted to go the other way around. I suppose she felt if she could take the one top left and then play the shot she's just played, then it's just a screw back to the centre pocket.
Yeah.
But I'm never a fan of trying to play to the straight, because if you're getting anything but, then you've got a problem.
She's going to have to leave a big angle on the last one, unless she plays the short position. And now suddenly it's a tricky one to get on the 8.
Yeah, I think when she dropped the one in the middle, she had to get past the straight, allow herself to bump out.
I mean, the cue ball, there's plenty of angle. If she makes the pot, the cue ball's going to be tracking, but she needs to think about the line.
I like this. The line's good to get on the 8-ball in the centre. That was a good way of playing it.
Yes.
Just missed the pot.
Another chance for Megan. Deciding not to attack, and understandably so. Just pulls that yellow out to the open.
Really important for Megan to win this frame now. Harriet could have been 4-0 up with the chances that she's had, and if it's 2-2, Megan will be by far the happier player, and she really should win this frame. Foul because she's not hitting a cushion after contact.
She's realising it wasn't actually a foul. She nearly picked up the cue ball.
Are you sure? I need to see this again.
Pretty sure the cue ball hit after, didn't it?
We'll see it again in a minute when we can, but my gut feel was a foul straight away. I was exactly with Trish here. We will see it again. replay man's just on a break. He'll be back in a minute. Bear with us.
Play some incidental music while you're waiting.
Yeah. It shouldn't matter too much here. Well, it might matter. Right, let's have another look at this then.
Yeah, cue ball.
It was okay. It was just me and Trish. Everyone else knew what was going on.
Over in the final of the Challenger, Jaden Billingham 2-1 up against Dan Bishop. This is going to have to be a great shot. I was going to say that.
That was ambitious.
That's a tough ask from there.
That really was ambitious to play the combination there.
Didn't have much else. The double was covered by the yellows, so didn't have a lot else. Very high tariff. That would have definitely been highlight reel stuff if she'd made that one. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. In fact, not just okay, it's pretty much perfect. Yeah, lovely. Megan has found her stride in this final. A couple of bites of the cherry, but she's making these 8 balls tough, isn't she? You know, you felt just bounce it off with. I mean, it's almost like she put the wrong side on that.
Yeah.
If she plays that with check side and comes up the left-hand side of the table, it's an unmissable 8 ball to the middle. She should still get it, but she's closer to her work than she should be. A little bit of pressure on that one. She's putting pressure on herself.
Yeah, not controls it as well. It doesn't control it as well this time. Still gets the side on. She definitely comes across the break. And if she doesn't square up that front ball, she's going to lose the cue ball consistently.
Yeah, we saw it, didn't we? In her semi-final, she dumped the cue ball into that middle pocket a couple of times.
You can see there on the replay just how much she's just coming across the ball. She's not driving through the ball. She's driving across it, which is going to take power away as well. And whilst it does, when she does square it up, it's not a powerful break, but it has been working for her. But it's going to be inconsistent, you feel.
Yeah, the table's not split that well either. The ball's all down in this bottom half, which creates a lot of traffic. The red is below the 8 ball. It's going to need some attention. She's got an angle to drop down now. And if she drops down on the yellow, just catches the yellow just over dead weight, half ball, she's going to be on the one to right corner and release the other red. She's on that red, but she caught the 8 ball rather than the yellow. If she catches the yellow, she releases the red. That red's now still a problem. She's got an angle on the one on the cushion to come across and knock it back out again, but she's not guaranteed to be on anything, so suddenly she's relying on a touch of luck. Still not got into it, and it's becoming much more difficult now. I mean, she's got the one long to top left, but what does that afford her? What does that give her? If she was a bit straighter on it, she could play it and just run through for an angle on the one to right centre, but she hasn't got that luxury. She's trying to roll it dead weight. She makes the pot.
Just short of pace.
Yeah, she's gonna have to come up with a big one here. She's tried this twice. Does she think that she can get to the potting angle? I don't think so.
If she pots the red in the centre, though, how does she avoid the yellow and get down to the left-hand side of the table?
Yeah, you almost got a kind of banana past it, haven't you, with side. Even if you can get enough grip into the cue ball, it needs a lot of cue power. No, couldn't. You're absolutely right. It was one of those she really needed a deep screw to kind of banana away from it. You need kind of Sean Chipperfield cue power to be able to achieve that one.
So another frame gets away from Megan, which means Harriet is in complete control again. Plays the snooker, not surprisingly. Tough hit this for Megan.
It is, yeah. I mean, she could just miss the 8 ball with lots and lots of side, which is what she's going for, but she's close to the cushion, which made that a lot harder to judge. She's raising the butt of the cue. And the side takes too early and bends it into the 8.
So cue ball in hand for Harriet, but it's still not nice.
Biding her time.
For me, that's a better shot than the previous one because it's opening up a yellow at the same time as laying a good snooker. Could go. Gets cue ball in hand again. Could play the plant. Be surprised if she does, but she could. She's not going to get cue ball in hand.
Another roll. A couple of rolls out of that red. Just made things a bit trickier for Harriet. Well, she's made it trickier for herself now. Pushing that yellow. So it's now has a problem with the red there. She's also hampered queuing. So I say she still has to attack because there's nowhere really safe on the table now.
Just wondering, I'm really surprised that she's doing this. Once it goes wrong, I'm really surprised. I mean, I don't see the benefit for potting the balls before doing what she's just done. If she was never going to go, why pot the other balls?
Yeah.
To a benefit to keep them on the table.
Agreed. If Megan can half ball this red and just push it on top of the 8, it causes a problem for Harriet. Maybe she feels surely she can get it from the side cushion, can't she? I mean,
she's trying to make it, isn't she?
She's trying to make it. She's playing the attacking shot.
Oh, wow.
What a result.
What a shot. What a shot that is. That could be a frame winner. This is incredibly tough to get out of. This could be a Carl Morris escape here.
Yeah.
No, not quite going to Carl Morris. Trying to pot the one over the pocket. But has left a chance.
Yeah, left a big angle though. I mean, she's going to have to load this up.
I think it's so big that it's thin enough that she just comes back across. I think it shouldn't be too tough to get the cue ball inside the yellow she's queuing over. Bit of side.
Focus on that pot.
Does the 8 ball go?
Yeah, I think it does. That would have been her only saving grace. And yeah, that goes. There's a big opportunity there.
Yeah, the shot before deserved it, didn't it?
And this main arena table on the clock.
I'll say that there's still half the match to go, so there is still time for both players to get there. It just feels the way it's going that we're sort of going to edge towards a climax here.
So she could go yellows. The yellow that she's closest to. Could she dig in, screw it back and into the back of the red and try and break out her bad ball? Maybe just a little too straight to do that, but I think you could make it. Reverse side, just nick a bit of the pocket. And that opens up the whole table.
Yeah. Slightly confusing.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely not 15 seconds in play, so confusing us all.
The thing is, that yellow is a problem. I think she may have missed a trick. Maybe the angle wasn't quite there, but I think it was. And she needs to think about how she's going to develop that yellow. I mean, she could knock it. If the red, well, the red's not frozen. I can see from the overhead, from the other camera angle, that the red isn't frozen. So she could just run into the yellow and release it and leave the cue ball touching. Yeah, I don't think that was ever on. It was never going to release. I was just talking about just running into that yellow, releasing it out into the open and sitting on top of the red. Harriet would have had no shot. She's running out of options here.
Time to pull back for me. The reds aren't much of a layout here either.
No.
Just slow it down and see if you can force a better opening or ask Harriet to come up with something. She's just going to play the containing shot.
Yeah, she's left an opener, and that will then give Harriet a nice angle to come up and attack that problem area. Maybe she's not going to. Turning it down, just moving another ball off the cushion. She probably wanted that to roll another half a roll just to cover the path of the yellow, just a bit more insurance. Whether the yellow would, the red would go, but the yellow wouldn't. Taking a bit of a liberty. I mean, she doesn't have much else, but she's giving Harriet open balls to go for. Clever shot, because the reds do go now. There's still the one just below the 8 ball's a bit of a problem, obviously, and the 8's a problem. But
I'm tempted just to feather off this yellow and just leave the yellow near the 8 ball, and just, if you can't find anything too forward to do, just try and contain.
Yeah.
There's the Three Stooges watching on. Thompson, Brennan and Rowe.
What a day Declan Brennan's had today. He's like a cat that's got the cream. Every time I see him, he's just chirping about Ronan. Unbelievable. I mean, they're great mates, but I've never met two guys that enjoy the other one's discomfort as much as those two guys do. It's brilliant.
Oh no, another one. Another one.
Whoa.
The hand of apology. She couldn't look. She couldn't look. And this, I tell you what, this is very doable to get out from here.
Yeah.
How about this? Oh dear.
How big's that shot going to be?
Needed the fuller contact. Needed it to be fuller, because then you can play the flick out while staying on the one in the middle.
She might still be okay, you know. She's just got enough angle. I think she can stun up into the red. If she hits the red full ball, she'll be on the yellow and just release that 8 ball towards the pocket.
If not, just leave the straight angle and you can come back on and off and catch the red.
Yeah.
And you're on the 8 ball top left.
Yeah, that's an option, of course. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she's doing.
Well, she can't. I don't know. Can she come back on and off, or is she going into the red? I think if you really nip this, you get the cushion first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's looking at.
Got to play it with side. Got to play it with reverse side.
Yeah, she got the red. That's what I was worried about.
If she plays that with reverse side, the cue ball screws back and then comes out at a wider angle and takes the red. She didn't put any side on it at all.
I do think she could have got there if she'd potted that in the straight half of the pocket.
Yeah.
She looked like she potted it centre pocket, but I'm with you. It was very much a shot on, and another frame where we'll say, an opportunity for Megan to really hurt Harriet and let it go, because, you know, it's another frame where Harriet's been in complete control of for the majority of it, and that fluke would have really been a big one. Now Harriet's got the opportunity. 20 minutes to go 2 clear.
Another 2 frames played in that Challenger final, and they chopped them, so it's now 3-2 to Jaden Billingham. There's a couple of finals going on out there, actually. I think Challenger Tier 2 might be on at the same time.
Yeah, a bit of atmosphere out in the arena.
Yeah.
Cheers coming around.
Yeah, you can hear some shouts in the background, that's where that's coming from.
Not exactly a smooth sailing counter here from Harriet, but back into good position.
Yeah, so the final of the Challenger Series Tier 2 is Chris Hall against Ashley Hardcastle. Chris Hall 4-1 up. Chris Hall having beaten Joshua Traynor in the semi-final. Ashley Hardcastle having beaten Dave Hunt. Megan Proctor breaks.
Gets the spin on again. So consistent. Something maybe she needs to look at. I said earlier on, if it's working, don't change it, but it's so hard to control when you're hitting with this much side.
I mean, the cue ball nearly parked, but then the side took, the momentum took it into the pocket. It looked like it was going towards bottom knuckle, but there's so much spin on it. Couldn't do anything but drop.
Gives Harriet an opportunity to find the fluency she had at the start of the match. That's not the best of shots from Harriet.
No.
Looked to be in complete control until 2 shots ago. Now in trouble. Could be a big moment in the match, actually. If she doesn't get out of this visit, which she still might, because that's an excellent recovery and back in perfect position. But if she hadn't have got out, then it could only be a 1-frame game again. But now that she's perfect on the 8-ball, separation, this for 3 clear, and has the following break. Beautiful reverse clearance.
Great recovery shot. It's a race to 8, but she needs Harriet to slip up. Oh, the first chink. The first chance.
How does this go in here? Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. Tough luck, that one, for Harriet. She hit that break really well. And the cut break so often used for the control of the cue ball. On this occasion, a really poor kick.
Must make clearance, you feel. The reds are all open. Harriet will be waiting to gobble them up if Megan does make a mistake. So just needs to keep this cue ball under control.
Possibly a touch too far on that one.
Yeah, I think she's probably okay though. She can run to the side cushion, play the one down to bottom left. The yellow in the middle of the triangle of reds passes to the bottom right, so she just needs to drop this in And she could have done with being straight, so she can just.
She's on the one to bottom right now, so take it now. Will she get better on it?
That's true.
Oh, it goes to right centre. She tried to hold. She had just a little too much angle. But she was on the one to bottom right, top it through, and then the yellow bottom right connects to the one she just missed into the centre. Yeah. It wasn't. I mean, I like the way she's gone. In all honesty, if she was straight in on that yellow, it's really nice.
Yeah.
But just tried to hold when she had angle.
It's a bit betwixt and between. I think we see her pull out again here. No, she doesn't like that. She'd be leaving the yellow to right. Oh, good effort. Clever effort. Wasn't leaving very much at all, but as it is, she's left a double. Just needs to get that yellow in behind the red, and yeah, the yellow has to go.
Can she land on the yellow in the middle of the table though at the same time?
Yeah, that's the question. And she's got it long.
Would have helped her if that yellow had fallen in and she'd actually made both. Not that she was trying to. It's a good double, but now she's got this one. It would have been easier to play onto the 8 ball than the one over the pocket, strangely. Still not terrible though.
Nice pot.
And that's excellent.
I mean, got a couple of options here. She could just get loads of siding, come below the reds. She can screw straight back to where she is now, and that's what she does. Really well judged. That's a super shot. Well done, Megan. 13:45 left on the clock. Still a fair way to 8.
So does she do the same again here? Yeah, see, look at the cue come through. Comes through, hits it with right-hand side. She's not driving through the ball straight. It's definitely something for her to work on.
Yeah, it's amazing how often that cue ball squirts across below the middle pocket. It's so rare you see that. She seems to do it fairly consistently.
If she's coming through with throwing right-hand side, it's going to throw to the left. She's not going to catch. You know, if she doesn't get that front ball square, it's going to tend to go that way.
Yeah.
And yeah, something just to work on.
She's got an opener, reds to middle. A couple of problem balls.
Tempted to drop the one into right centre now. It's horrible. It's delicate. Where if it goes in, it gives you a chance. If you leave it, you might well be just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah.
You can get better on it, but if you play it, then you're on the one. Well, you would have been on the one to top right. Now it's even harder.
If she plays that with a foot more pace, it makes that red so much easier. She was on the right line.
I think she still has to play it again. I don't see the benefit of going top left.
No, it just looks like she's looking for the easiest pot at the moment, rather than actually planning out the table.
I suppose if she does go top left, she can go top left, top right. Then you've got to get down the table, and somehow you then need to get back to that ball.
Yeah.
I feel like she should have played it previously.
Oh, it just catches that near knuckle, and it's never going when it catches the knuckle.
I thought she had it when she hit it.
Yeah, me too. Is she on anything? Well, one she's closest to, if that passes, and she's fine. Yeah, clearly does.
Looks like it from that camera angle that the yellow nearest the red top left goes, which is why she hasn't attacked it so far. She can just play middle of the table. Nice control.
Yeah, great angle. Keeps it simple. And a little ring in the background tells us that is 15-second shot clock. Breaks frame 10. It's dry. First look at the table. Reds look pretty good. Just the two reds to the right hand side of the where the pack would be. Pretty sure the top one passes. I mean, she had a lovely angle to play it then and stun across into the yellow to leave the other one. But, I don't blame her going this way because she needs to deal with the red on the right side. It just suddenly becomes a bit more of a problem to play onto those. I don't think the bottom one of the two passed to bottom left. She's just had a look at it now. The look on the face suggests no, but she is playing, so does it? No.
Just threw it wide. These tables, it just has a tendency to take on the near jaw, but not the far. And that one says no. Harriet just slowing it down.
Yeah, you can't blame her for that. 8 minutes left, she's in control.
Left a gap though.
Yep. A little bit of topspin just turns in a check as it hits that bottom cushion and holds the cue ball at the bottom of the table. You have to play them more gently than that and more neutral ball if you want to release the cue ball at table. It's a nice recovery.
Fabulous recovery on the one top right. Get straight in on either of the next two, and it should be frame on the board. Straight in but closer.
She's leaving testers for herself.
Yeah.
I mean, just felt she could have just let her arm go a little bit more there and got just that extra foot down table. Would have made this so much easier, but that's a great pot again. If she can finish this, it's game on still. Yeah, very much game on. Back within 2 frames. It's her breaking the next as well.
Yeah, 6:43 left on the clock. Yeah, once again, gets the right hand side on, throws the cue ball to the left and misstrikes the front ball.
And dry, which is definitely not what she wanted, because Harriet can just take her time over this clearance. The reds are all there. She's elected to go reds.
Yeah, red passes the yellow top right, so they are absolutely very nice indeed.
She's not concerned about the clock. this is all about the frame. She knows if she gets this one, all the hard work's done.
She should be concerned about the clock, but I think her argument would be that she just doesn't play as fluently and as well when she's trying to run the clock down. She is probably the quickest player in the women's game, and
that's a bonus.
Wow, very fortunate.
Yeah, if this was a Sean Story, you'd hear the beeps on every single shot.
You would.
But for Harriet, this is all about the clearance. Not concerned about the clock in the slightest, just wants to get it done and get 7 on the board. And that 3-frame lead with just 5 minutes left would be commanding. All about the cue ball. Ooh.
And this is why you should run the clock down.
Yep.
If Harriet doesn't make this off one cushion, Megan's going to come to the table with a chance to make it a 1-frame game with still 3 to 4 minutes on the clock.
Yep. You feel she's left a minute out there, hasn't she?
Yeah, at least a minute for me.
If she ran the clock down on every one of those shots, she's got another minute. And now we're looking at 3:30, Megan having to clear and then have an opportunity in the last.
Yeah, leaving 3:30 would be exactly what she needs. It allows Harriet to make a ball and have time.
Yeah.
And not, if she doesn't make a finish, you've still got time for the counter. So it really it puts the pressure onto Harriet. If it was 2.5 minutes and Harriet makes a ball, it's essentially match over.
Yeah. The first thing Megan has to do is clear this table, and she's just overrun that yellow slightly. She's going to cannon into the other one here. She needs this to come out. Judged it well. Delightful. Jess needs to focus on the shot now. She's so close to it that makes it that little bit easier than playing from distance.
She loves a testing 8-ball. Oh. She loves a testing 8-ball.
Doesn't she? Oh no.
Oh, heartbreak for Megan Proctor, and that could be and will be the final dagger blow. Heart of the pocket, but the cue ball, and what a sinking feeling for Megan. And she makes the ball for good measure, but 3 minutes left, 3 frames the advantage. What a difference that makes.
Amazing. Imagine the pressure on Harriet here.
Yeah, we'd be talking about this being a really tricky layout of the situation because it's hard to contain and hard to attack. She's tried to contain, but if Megan had had this chance with 2:45 to play, she'd be getting excited about it, but requiring 3 frames, I think the intensity, the adrenaline, it's all fallen away from Megan now. Can Harriet Haynes finish in style?
That's certainly come out nicely. Nice kiss.
Eight ball for it then. Going to smash through the door in a fascinating final. But it is Harriet Haynes that gets her hands on another title. Congratulates Megan on a good tournament. Harriet Haynes walks away with another Women's Pro Series title. And she continues at the top of the rankings as well.
Your Pro Series 5 champion, Harriet Haynes.